Hey, welcome back artists to Art Playground with Mrs. Vaughn. Good to see you. This week we're going to be learning about Salvador Dali, and he is an artist that was best known for his surrealism. He practiced many styles, but near the end of his life, surrealism became what he was best known for. So surrealism is a little bit like you going to sleep at night, and when you wake up and you have really strange dreams that don't make sense, that's how they describe surrealist art. It's objects and images combined in a strange way, and it's kind of dreamlike. I hope you enjoy learning about our artists of the week and creating a fun and creative project in his style. Salvador Dali was a Spanish painter born in 1904. His father was a lawyer and was very strict in disciplining his children. His mother indulged him in art and his eccentricities. He was a precocious and intelligent and was prone to fits of anger against his parents and his schoolmates. He got in trouble at home and at school a lot. He was a bit unusual. He had intense fear of grasshoppers. He did not know how to count money. When he was in public, he would jump up and down to get attention, and he was afraid to show his feet. He would often take a large group of people out to eat and pay by check, but he would doodle on the back of the check so the owner of the restaurant would want to keep the check and not cash it because the art was more valuable. He created over 1,500 paintings in his lifetime, but he was also a printmaker, a sculptor, a filmmaker, a writer, a jeweler, and a set designer. He worked with Walt Disney to create a cartoon together called Destino, and they became lifelong friends. Persistence of Memory is the most famous surrealist work of art. He got the idea for this by watching cheese melt in the heat one day. Some of his art was shocking, some of his art was interesting, some was beautiful, and some was just plain weird. Portrait of Paul Eluard was Dali's most expensive canvas to sell, and it sold for $22.4 million in 2011. It is also the most expensive surrealist art ever sold. The supplies you will need this time are paper, pencil and eraser, a magazine to cut up, scissors and glue, and you can have your choice of crayons, colored pencils, markers, watercolors, oil pastels, or chalk, whatever you're in the mood for. All right, now we're ready to get to work. What we need to do is come up with our objects that are going to be the focus of our picture. And we know in surrealistic art, they don't have to be things that go together. They really should be things that don't go together. So I went to some magazines and I pulled out just a whole bunch of pictures. I have some ice cream, I have tennis shoes, I have elephants, I have plants, I have other animals. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm still thinking about that part. Whatever I do is all going to go just on a simple piece of white construction paper. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm going to have some objects. And they're going to go on this paper, but I want to create a background for the paper. So that is going to be done first. I want to try these new watercolor pencils. They're like colored pencils where you add water and it turns into like a watercolor looking. And I think I'm going to use some crayons as well. You can use any materials you wish or that you have around, chalk, oil pastel, just a pencil. It's up to you. I'm going to get my ideas together and let's work on this project. You start thinking about what you want to do, and we will meet back here in just one moment. So I've been thinking about this project and I've already changed my mind on a few things. One is I'm going to use the penguin and I'm going to use those Vans tennis shoes. And while I cut them out, let me tell you about some other changes I thought about making. I do want to use those new watercolor pencils. And what does that mean for me? Instead of regular construction paper, I need to use watercolor paper. So that's one thing that changed. I also decided I don't think I want to use crayons. I think I want to do the whole thing with the watercolor pencils. I also decided I think I need a Sharpie to really outline what I'm doing. I have a thin Sharpie. And the other thing is, now that I put my penguin in the tennis shoes, I think I need something else. And I'm not sure what yet. I see like a pizza flying across the sky or something. So as I start creating, maybe I'll get more ideas of what I'd like to add to my picture. Also, penguins usually are in cold climates, and to be ironic, I'm going to make my penguin in the desert today. So because my penguin's so tall, I'm going to have the paper in portrait mode today instead of landscape. And I'm kind of holding my penguin in his shoes there, and I'm drawing the landscape around him, just so I make sure it fits. My final step is going to be gluing on my objects. So I definitely want my tennis shoes and my penguin. But I was thinking, I want more and I'm not sure what. Should I tuck an avocado in between the cliff and the mountain? Maybe. How about the Geico guy? He's kind of funny, but maybe he's a little distracting popping out of the mountain. Ooh, I cut out a cactus out of a magazine. Maybe I'll add that to go with my others. How about a baby? No. This is a hot air balloon. I think that's what I'll add to my picture, popping out behind the mountain. Time to glue down all my objects to finish up this collage in the style of Salvador Dali. Thanks for joining us at Art Playground today. If you enjoyed our project, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell.